Hey, haven't you been wanting to start a podcast?
Yeah, but doesn't it take a lot to make one?
Well, let me tell you about Anchor. It's free, and it's the easiest way to make a podcast. On top of that, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Oh, that sounds amazing. But doesn't it take a lot of work to put my podcast on different platforms?
Actually, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
That sounds fantastic.
On top of that, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So where do I get started?
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. And welcome back to another episode of the Convoluted podcast. It's your host, Liz, and I'm here with Tyrant, Dominus, aka Jesus.
Hello.
And if it's your first time listening, we hope you follow or subscribe. It's free and you can always unfollow or unsubscribe. So let's get into the episode. How have you been?
I've been good. I've been on vacations at the time of the recording of this episode.
Oh, dog.
Oh,
yeah, because it was your birthday, right?
Yeah. At the time of this recording, like I mentioned in the last episode, it was my birthday. We watched the big fight. It was amazing. A wonderful showing. Everyone did a great job. It was a lot more than I was expecting for a content YouTube creator boxing, because we kind of talked about it on the show before of like YouTubers challenging like what is it, like Jake Paul versus Mayweather, things like that. But this one was more, it was all charity. It was a wonderful event. It lasted a lot longer than I thought. Some matches literally only lasted 20 seconds. Like, yeah.
You spent all that money for what?
Spent all that money and time. Like, I can only imagine the boxers, the participants who like spent weeks and months training to then get TKO'd of 20 seconds and everyone who's but then, it went from that to a bunch of people actually like showcasing the art of boxing. It's one of those things, like I used to watch boxing in my family did anyways during like pay-per-views and stuff like that. And overall I don't enjoy following sports, like some people do, like people who watch basketball, football, things like that. I don't follow those things, but I enjoy watching it because I do like the art of the sport itself. I like competition, so I can appreciate that. So
I think it's rigged.
You think so?
It's rigged, and the fact that all the sports are rigged.
oh yeah, like you think traditional sports are rigged? All right, it's fine. Yeah, that's your opinion. I don't know about
for all that money.
Probably that's true. They make bank money.
I know, right?
But yeah, as far as this charity event, I don't think it was rigged. There was one event. There was one card that was a little one-sided. There's it was Harley Morrison from Epic Mealtime. He sat at 6'6" and 172 pounds versus Eagle Raptor, and he was sitting at 6'2", 122.
Oh, that's a difference. Is it 50 pounds? That's a 50-pound difference.
It was amazing. When you saw them together, yeah, it was not. You knew what was gonna happen. But like I said, it was a charity event, but they didn't take it. They took it seriously. They actually fought, and yeah, because everyone else's card, for the most part, they were about a few inches from height differences. There was and there was only about, I would say 5 to 10 pound weight difference between most of the cards compared to that one card. So everyone, it was like commissioned by the boxing commission of Florida, so everything was like like everything was set.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a fun event for everyone who came for that. Happy you came. But boy, these gas prices have been crazy because a few people could not make it because it was fucking expensive to Uber to my place.
Well, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that
So
at all.
so you used to do these ride servings services, right?
Yeah,
So
that's been
on
what, 4
average,
years?
yeah, on average, how much would a decent ride cost?
Somewhere between $5 and $10, I guess, on the low end if you're looking, and then on the good side, 20 to 30, depending on where and when.
Okay,
So
you haven't done that recently, right?
no, I haven't done that recently.
Well, I don't blame you. Gas prices.
I'm not with the gas prices, and
Exactly.
I don't have the time.
So
You
actually,
know my schedule. Blech.
let me do a quick just difference.
It's
Going
over
through this.
$5 a gallon, dude. Like
Oh my god,
seriously,
yeah. So while
it's
I'm googling
grotesque.
this, we're gonna put the ad right here. So join us on the Discord. Talk with us about movies, TV shows, or games. Play fun activities and rise through the ranks. Vibe with us in the lounge or join us on our watch parties. Link in the description.
Start representing by grabbing some of our merch. Some crazy shirts, joggers, and hoodies. You can find some fun gear like mugs, totes, and drinking glasses. Visit merch.tyrant.dominus.com. Wear our gear proudly. Leave us a voicemail at 971-373-7515. Let us know your thoughts. Ask for advice or tell us some crazy stories. We'll listen to them live on our next episode. That number again is 971-373-7515.
Okay, guys, welcome back. Okay, so how much do you think a Uber would be for roughly 22 miles?
$50.
Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad.
I mean, that's
Give or
including
take.
tip and everything.
Exactly.
Do you have a tip?
So so I got a message like 2 hours prior, like an hour or 2 hours prior to my event was starting. You know, the party I was hosting was starting for the boxing match. I'm like, okay, we're trying to get our Uber and everything, right? And like I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it. Like, well, what happened? They tell me like it's fucking expensive. I'm like, what do you mean? And I kind of had an idea, you know, but I didn't think it was that bad. So how much? So you said $50 bucks. So
Yeah.
apparently it was gonna be from their place to my place. It was gonna be roughly $135. Right.
Oh, damn. I almost
And
second guessed myself after you started saying roughly about a 50. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. I was hella off.
At that point, I'm saying, you know what? I don't blame you if you don't want to come. I don't blame you. That's a lot of money for a one-way trip. For an event. Yeah, even if you split it amongst like 3 people, that's still a good chunk of change. I'm not gonna lie. So
no, thank you.
So yeah.
I think I saw something recently. Somebody was saying, "Oh yeah, it was gonna be $80." I was like, "Oh, no, I'm good."
Oh no. And I think
I'm fortunate that I can drive my own vehicle, but yeah, damn.
I think in the area, I think it peaked at 5 now, regular.
Yeah, regular 5. Yeah, I know.
I'm like, oh my god! Like, I'm glad I only drive from work to home, so the A to B drive. And sometimes I go to the movies, but it's in the same area, so it's still like an A to B drive. I kind of been saving money a little bit by going to the movies before work. Just like, all right, I'm in the area, watch a movie, go to work.
Well, you can park the car at the work and walk across. And
Fuck
yeah,
that.
no, come on.
Not walking. But yeah, it's but yeah, it's one of those things. Like, gas is getting up there. Like, it's getting crazy.
Keep thinking I want an electric bike just to go to and from work. I mean, that's how much gas I'm using to and from work. That's all I use my vehicle for, except when somebody steals it.
Yeah. So Yeah, for you, I think it would be more benefit. Roughly how many miles is that from you?
It's about a mile and a half from my.
Oh, it's not even. That's not that bad. An electric bike
No,
would.
it's like a
Yeah, that would.
45-minute walk for me if I walk it. But at night,
But
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, no,
no.
no. But yeah, an electric bike would tremendously save you money in the long run.
Yeah.
My
Well, I mean, I
God.
only fill up my tank of gas once a month. My vehicle,
Oh,
the
really?
one vehicle, on my
Oh.
Versa, not my other one, my Volvo. So
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Because I was
Volvo's
like, wait a
maybe
second.
about twice a month, maybe.
Okay, that sounds more right because I fill my car up twice a month. So I was like, whoa. And I would think you drive a little bit more than I do, but okay. So how's your week
I
been?
do, but I mean,
Um,
it's been fun. It's been interesting. We hired another pharmacist for our meds to bed program, so I'm excited about that. So we've been training him this week. Yeah, and we're seeing our numbers pop up a little bit for our retail side, so that's good. Yeah,
nice, man.
yep, it's okay. It's going. I still think I'm recuperating from working nights, and then to think I'm going to be working nights in a couple weeks again.
Join the club. Join the club.
Oh. Yeah, but do you work 10-hour days? 10-hour nights?
No. Wait, are you working 5/10s?
I'm working 6/10s this week
Holy
coming up.
shit! How are they like legally letting you? Not letting. Oh, they're kind of letting you do that. But wait,
'Cause I
are
am
you
scheduled.
scheduled that? Are you scheduled that?
Yes, I'm working 6/10s.
How are they legally making you do that then? That's
What do you mean?
horrible.
It is
Because that's
horrible.
because like they shouldn't be able to schedule you. Wait, what is the Oregon? Because there should be a limit on how much they
They
can
can
legally.
work me up to 80 hours into a pay period.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. So you're talking about 2 weeks worth of work.
Yeah, but I'm working 6/10s back to back. So from
So wait,
Sunday
is it
night,
12 days in 2 weeks? 12. So yeah, you're working 12 days and 14 within 14 days.
yes, essentially.
Oh wait, what? Why can't I do
I'll
math
get
on
a
a
nice start. I don't know, but yeah, essentially, I'm working 6 of those nights back to back because I start on the 4th and don't finish till like what the 11th morning on the 11th in the morning. So like the 10th at night on the 10th, it's like 6 days. It's 6 nights, and I look at it. So 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So
So they work you 6 days straight to basically kind of give you a 2 day, 3 day day off. That's still horrible.
I actually have 4 days off or 5 days after
Oh,
that,
so
but I
that's
still
how
have to
they
work
can.
3 days after that. But I'm working in that period of time for my paycheck. It'll be 84 hours in that week. But
I can say that's how they legally can do that. That's fucked
mhm.
up. That's
That's how we do
smart and
it. Seven
horrible.
on, seven on, 7 off.
No wonder.
Normally they do that. So they would start you
Uh,
like Tuesday or Wednesday and get you off till Tuesday or Wednesday the following week, and then you're off for
no,
7 days.
no
So
wonder it's people are quitting the medical field. God, that's horrible.
isn't that terrible? 7 days,
For
7 days.
the
Well, I mean, the IV technicians are technically doing 8 on, 6 off. So
boy,
you're
boy,
working like
boy.
4 days at the beginning of one week and 4 days of another weekend. Oh, that's terrible.
True. Well, since since we're kind of still in the medical area, let's talk about some shortages. Some shortages.
All
We've
right.
been talking. So yeah, let's get into some of these topics. So, oh my God, New York Times. I fucking hate you, New York Times.
I know,
The
right?
article. Uh,
Uh,
I can't read this article. So there's been we've been talking, and we've always been mentioning on the show. There is a shortage happening in the
oh
near
yeah,
soon.
there's a shortage. Yeah, there's gonna be a shortage all over the
And
place.
now it has hit the baby formula shortage.
Oh, I know. That's been going on for a while, and I've been sad. With my friend's been having to supplement more extra, and she's like, "I'm tired." I'm like, "I know. Just she's her kiddo's getting up to 4 months, I think, so we'll be able to do like oatmeal soon. But the first 3 months are terrible.
Here we go. I think
So
I found an article we can actually read. Fucking New York Times. Fucking okay. So yeah. It's been something that's been slowly happening. It's creeping. We've talked about the shortage coming here and there little by little. But it's hit peak on baby formula apparently. One of the major producers are having a hard time basically making the product for individuals, and it's been like early pandemic times level stuff because people are just buying the shelves of it and being complete
Which is
dick.
ridiculous. I mean, the plague is not going to go away anytime soon, but I don't think it's. Why are we
No.
hoarding? Again, your kid's not going to go through all that. I know that for a fact.
So yeah, actually, you know, recently, my mother has recently finally got it in her head that the plague is now going to be an everyday thing. It's just going to be the new flu in a sense. So yeah, and for anyone listening, that's kind of the best way to take the plague. It's just going to be a yearly thing, which sucks. It's a little bit more contagious than the flu. Wouldn't it? Is it give or take?
Yes, it's a little bit more. Yes,
I
agree.
I
It's a
just
little bit more.
we
I had a patient who had both.
oh, that's horrible.
I know.
So yeah, I just wanted to be sure before I start stating some facts. We don't want to give you misinformation. We might be a comedy news show, but there's something we don't want to misinterpret. But yeah, my thoughts are my thinking is that it's the plague is a little bit more contagious than the flu, but to each their own. Some people have a little bit better immune system
than the flu because there's longer after effects. I mean, I don't know if you noticed that they shrinks your brain too now.
Oh shit! It's just making people smooth brain. Okay, but anyways, we're not talking about the plague. But yeah, recently my mom has come to the understanding that it's just gonna be a thing that's gonna be around forever, and for the most part, you should just take precautions. You know, if you're getting sick or you're being around people who are not careful and are starting to be sick, you know, it's common now for people to wear masks, and I'm actually happy about that. Because a lot of other countries do that. It's where they put on masks when they're feeling a little bit sick and they still want to proceed to work, or you're around people that are not as careful or cautious or are very just being a dick and just show up to work when they know they're sick. And if you want to just protect yourself during that time, you can wear a mask.
I know, and I wear a mask all the time, especially when I do any outings anymore. I mean, there's occasionally 1 or 2 times here and there that I've done without, but like most of the time, 98% of the time, I'm masked up and I'm out in public.
Yeah, it's just you just can't trust people.
I work with it. Why would I want to transmit it to somebody randomly in a grocery store?
Or vice versa. Some asshole just like accidentally sneezes around you, and you're like, "Oh, there we go. Thank you, citizen, for not covering your mouth."
I've had patients in the past where they actually literally coughed on me. They didn't even fucking cover their mouth. I'm like, and I had to turn my back because that was gross. So gross. I don't care. This is before the pandemic. I mean, this is gross still, nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly. So, but anyways, getting back to the shortages. Yeah, it's getting to that. It's getting bad. There's been 2 cases actually where two toddler, they're not toddlers, infants. Yeah, they're infants. I'm trying to get my verbiage correctly here. 2 infants were sent to the hospital just because they weren't getting the nutrition.
I could believe it.
That they needed it. So yeah, there's
and
2.
You know, there's a shortage on that too.
We are talking about baby formula, right?
Yeah, I know, but peritoneal nutrition, TPNs, which is like supplement your body when you can't eat or anything, like children.
Oh, the hospital use.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, some hot news right there, people. I think that's an exclusive.
We're struggling. We're struggling for lipids, struggling to find like nutritional value, like things to put in there. Like some of the stuff that we want to put into it, shortages. We have to alternate days. Like, oh, they're going to get lipids on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And they won't get lipids on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So like, we're going through a lot of shortages right now. So if it's affecting the grocery world, it's affecting
even the place where you're supposed, like, you hope you can get it. Oh my God, there you guys have it. It's so if you have an infant, like we said, we told you guys early on, you should have been not stocking up, but at least be reasonably smart about things like this. But boy, that is crazy. That even places where you hope that they have it, that's kind of scary to think about now.
Yeah, I mean, babies don't need a lot, but they still need enough to calorie intake too, right? You think about two
Exactly.
infants, that's a lot of calories that they have to take in, and if the mother can't produce milk, that's screwy too, So and honestly,
Wait,
hope
how old? How? I'm kind of scrolling through this article. How old are you? How old is a child supposed to be to stop drinking formula? In your opinion? In your opinion?
they should be stopping somewhere by the time they're anywhere between 6 and a year, depending on what they need to supplement. But I think if my kid went up to 6 months, 6 or 9 months, I can't remember. It's been a long time. But yeah, because you're still able to give your kid enough nutrition by that time frame. You should be able to feed them and be able to give them, but up to about 6 months, because 6 months, from between 4 and 6 months, you're still trying out foods and seeing what foods they can like and don't like or not allergic to, or allergic to, that kind of thing. So
Holy shit! Then what's this mother doing, giving her 11-year-old child baby formula?
11-year-old? Are you fucking
11.
kidding me?
I'm not even joking.
Like
I'm
my
like,
daughter's age, 11?
yeah. She's like, all right, mom. Where's my baby formula, mom? I'm like, where is it?
Crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Where's this article? I'm gonna have to read this.
Yeah,
shit.
I posted. Yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling and I looked at it. I thought it said 11-month-old, right?
Oh, but they're a special case.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean. We're joking here.
I know. Okay. Good. I did not read that article, but now I read it. But I can understand it. I can understand it.
But yeah. But that
So
made
now
you
I can understand. Well, this is what I'm talking about. Oh gosh. Exactly. What TPNs and the way. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We told you guys. You guys had to go up and stop out. Liz, you were telling the people not to look at this. You were holding the people back from their goods. They're suffering.
No.
How do you feel now? How do you feel now?
I feel bad for those people who have special conditions where they can't have regular food. I didn't think about those babies, people, kids.
You should have let me tell them to stock up. But no, you told me not to help the people. You wanted to hoard it for yourself.
Oh, yeah, like I'm hoarding it for myself.
It's crazy. Joseph. Yeah. Overall, yeah, it's crazy. Like, and this is just a start. This is just a start of not only shortages but the rise of costs and things like that. Like, we could read the article, but for the most part, we kind of said most of what's happening. Like, there's nothing more we can't say. Like, we can speculate or anything on that. It's just crazy that's where we're at the moment. Like, we knew this was gonna happen, and it's happening. So probably during this summer, it's gonna be way more spendy than we were hoping it was gonna be.
Yeah.
So yeah. So keep an eye out, everyone. Like overall, joking aside, don't hoard stuff, but at least get stuff you need in reasonably adequate amounts. Just because you don't
share with the rest of the world. Jesus.
Actually, talking about that, yeah, there is talking about sharing. I wish I found the article. There is a man who was seeing the shortages of baby formula, right? And you know what he was doing? He was just buying cases of it. Just cases of it.
He just did it for what? Who does he give it to? To be feeding somebody.
Selling it.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah. That's bullshit.
Yeah, he was buying cases and cases of it. Once he noticed that this was happening, and you gotta
make back to those people that need it, like that article, that little boy who can't eat anything.
No, you gotta make a solid dollar. If you can 2x, 3x that, sadly people will pay for it.
Because they're desperate. Who has the money? Nobody's making enough money for this shit.
So,
I don't even make enough money for this shit. I'm pissed off still right now.
Okay, so here's a silver lining to this though. So this gentleman, I wish I had the proper article, but this gentleman was like buying case of it, and he's like a restaurant owner. And one of his waitresses saw that he was doing it and was gonna buy it off her because she couldn't find any of it for her child. And the guy kind of had like not a light bulb moment, but kind of a realization, like, oh, people really need this, and now he just gives it away. Good. So yeah, he's just been giving it away, and he's still buying more cases of it. Apparently, he has a supplier. strange, but but yeah, now he's just buying it and giving it to the community as best he can. So from being like a very like dickish asshole like beginnings, it turned out to actually be something very, very like, okay, he's giving back to the community, to the people who aren't able to acquire it. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, there is some positive. You gotta be there. I know you you got heated there. You got heated there.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that was
Emotional damage.
I know, I'm crying here.
but no, there is a silver lining to that. There, he's good.
Yeah.
All right,
Better.
what other story do you want to talk about? There's a couple in there. There's one big one I want to talk about, but that one I want to hold up
How
like
about
for the main.
the woman who was shot who had dementia?
Ooh, people
couple.
murdering people who don't know. Okay.
A couple sold their house to permanently live on a cruise ship.
Oh, let's do that one actually. Let's do the cruise ship one. Now, when you were younger, what was your like dream home? Like what were you hoping to be living in when you were a child? Like, what was your like dream
Something
house?
spacious, comfortable, manageable.
As a child?
Yes, I was okay. You know, my father had this. Okay, so from like a very young age,
You're a very dull. You're a very dull child.
Hold on. My father was drilling in my head that we were gonna move to the Northwest, and our house was gonna be cool. And I was like, oh, cool. And then we're gonna have a nice spacious backyard, and we'll be able to do gardening, yada yada. I mean, even though I technically had that in California too, but I don't know. That's what I kind of imagined, some place comfortable where I didn't really think too far into where I was going to live, or I don't know. I never thought about the future.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you've been on record saying that you don't have very big imagination.
Yeah.
So yeah, because when I was younger, my thought of the house was, well, younger, it would be like a mansion. You know, everyone dreams of a mansion.
I know, right?
But later on, it was more conceptual, like a nice large home, swimming pool with a slide.
I actually been in one of those homes where they actually had the slide inside the house.
Oh,
The kids could come down the stairs.
And a modified mini golf course, things like that. That was like my dream house when I was younger. But apparently, this couple decided to buy a cruise ship to be their home.
Yep.
So yeah, go ahead. You can read the article.
Couple sold their house to live permanently on cruise ships because they said it's cheaper than paying a mortgage.
Holy shit! Damn. Okay, go.
So the retired Seattle couple sold their home to live full time on cruise ships. The wife is a former accountant. It's cheaper than paying off their mortgage. An average couple spends $90 a day on a cruise ship to cover their room, food, and entertainment.
Wait, $90 a day? So much? How much is that a year? Let's see. Let me go. No, yeah.
$32,850.
Yeah, if you're making reasonably good money, yeah, that's not that like saying it's not a lot of money, but still, like overall, if you're making reasonably good money, that's not that bad. Like it's a lot of money. I know I'm saying that, but that's not that bad if you're making good money.
Yeah, technically, if I could do it, but I was still making that income.
So what was that number again?
$32,850
a year. Yeah, that's about right.
You could do it. With one suitcase each, a Seattle couple left their home and their jobs behind to live permanently on cruise ships. Angeline and Richard Burke have been enjoying life on the seas since May last year and say living on cruises is cheaper than paying off their mortgage. We love to travel, and we're searching for a way to continuously travel in our retirement that make financial sense. Angeline Burke, a former accountant, told Australia 7 News earlier this week. The pair, who are in their 50s.
Ooh, look at that. When
Right?
the average person is supposed to now, like I was talking to this to people at work a while ago, that apparently retirement age now is 69. Nice.
Oh, it's gonna be 72 by the time we get to retire.
Oh, look at that! Isn't that even better? Where's our retirement fund?
I told you. I already have mine
Metaverse.
stashed away.
There you go. Anyways, Continue.
The pair, who are in their 50s, have hopped on and off different cruise ships to travel the world, including a 51-day trip from Seattle to Sydney. The outlet said some of their favorite ports of call have been Singapore, Italy, Canada, and the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. I don't know if you ever been to the Bahamas, but that's beautiful. Now, planning our cruises, I try to stay on the same ship as long as possible, as long as it's cost effective, Angeline Burke told CNN. While the couple has set aside a day money to spend up to $135 a day, it often works out to much less than that. Currently, this year, we've secured 86 cruise days with an average all-in cost of $89 a day for both of us. She's told the outlet, which works out to $32,485 a year, which include room, food, entertainment, transportation, gratuity, port fees, and taxes. As a frequent cruise travelers, the couple have taken advantage of loyalty programs to secure major discounts on trips, she added.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like those things like, oh, you booked for X amount of times. Like, here's credit for a future trip, right?
Exactly. And it works out really nicely.
Yeah, because they just roll over. Like they spent 5 years cruising, they get a whole year for free, and that just saves them more money.
I know, right?
They're cheating. They're cheating the life.
Cheating the system. It's awesome.
Oh, that's what it is. They're cheating the system. Smart.
The value of the couple's hometown in Seattle was $984,863, and the cost of homes in the area increased 17.8% over the past year. The average monthly cost of a 30-year fixed loan mortgage with 20% down payment in a city is about $5,034 a month, or $60,408 a year.
There, yeah. And we've probably been talking about cost of homes, things like that. That's about right.
Or can you have a resort to take you different countries by relaxing by the pool or sleeping in a comfortable bed?
Oh yeah, but that's kind of the end of that. But yeah, they figured out they're cheating the system to the point where they earned enough money at a reasonably good age, and now they're just spending their retirement.
And it doesn't sound like they have children either. So there's like no attachment to land whatsoever.
True. Oh, yeah.
That article did not mention that at all. I'm like, damn, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, because they're basically just relax. Their life is now a permanent vacation, visiting the world. Yeah, like for 90% of Americans, they're working till they die. And
yeah, basically. I was just talking to my mom's got a cousin of hers who's 82. She retired at 72. So
so she's already she's ahead of us. She's already thinking in the future. Like I can't retire at 60. I'm gonna retire at 72.
It's crazy to think. I don't want to be that. I have no desire. That's why I keep stashing money away. So maybe I won't be able to afford a home anytime in the near future, but I am stashing away into my retirement funds.
Hey, if the economy keeps going the way it is, maybe possibly this could be your future.
Yep.
Just cruise shipping your days away.
So you coming along?
I'll jump on. I'll jump on this. We can do the podcast around the world.
Hell yeah, that'd be amazing.
Like live on the sea or the ocean. Hurricane behind us, but we're still recording. Will we make it? Find out on next week's episode.
That's what I want to do. I think that'd be amazing.
Okay. Now let's get into some dark stuff here. You posted this one a little bit. There's one of those things where, once again, body cam footage is key to situations. I'll take this one. The body cam footage shows the moment a police officer shot and killed a grandmother with dementia inside her home. This is one of those moments where you kind of you fear the oncomings of the loss of memory and these is dementia considered a disease? What is a symptom?
It
No.
is considered a disease. I mean,
Is it disease? Okay.
it really does wear and tear at your brain. It's like eating holes into your brain, essentially. You think about it.
So
It's just
it
like,
is. Wait. Okay. That's just diving into the medical side. Anyways, but yeah, when people fear the thoughts of dementia. My one of my cousins like literally said if he starts getting like dementia or starts developing Alzheimer's, he just wants to be all the alert. Like we got you, we got you.
okay, it's not a specific disease. Dementia is a group of conditions characterized by impairment of at least two brain functions, such as memory loss and judgment.
All right, so let's dive into this article. So a New Mexico police officer shot and killed a 75-year-old woman with dementia in the doorway of her home on April 16th. Oh, recently a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a month later, the police department released disturbing body cam footage showing the moment Amelia Becca was killed. In the 11-minute body cam footage with the Los Cruz Police Department, the LCPD, which La Cruz Sun News published, Becca came to be seen holding two large kitchen knives. Okay, that's kind of scary, not gonna lie. A police officer can be heard yelling at Becca, who only spoke Spanish. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at her now.
Yeah.
Wait, I lost my spell. I went up to look who she was. In the footage, she appeared to be moving both knives into one hand before taking a step forward. The officer then shot at her twice, then partially blurry video shows. The officer was dispatched after one of Becca's daughters called 911, saying that her mother had become aggressive and was threatening to kill her. The daughter had advised the dispatch that her mother had dementia, and the local media outlet said, "Okay, so they already had an idea, like, yeah, she's had mental illness." Let's see here. Family members have since confirmed that Becca lived with dementia in a general term for a symptom. Oh, okay, Ava mentioned there. A general term for a group of symptoms that includes problems with memory, thinking, or language, and can change the mood and behavior. Okay, we could have just read the article. It would have told us.
Mm-hmm.
I
did read the article. That was a long time ago.
Shortly after killing the American Civil Liberties Unions of New Mexico called for investigation. Oh my God, sounds long for organizations. The incident is now being investigated by Donna county officer involved incident task force. Holy shit! According to the Las Cruz Sun News, the task force includes the New Mexico State Police. Oh God, there's so people. Just give me what I need.
Sheriff Office, the New Mexico State University Police Department, and the Las Cruces Police Department. Damn, that's for a different one.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a statement. Let me be blunt. Amelia Becca was executed by the Los Cruz Police Department. Oh, that is a strong statement right there.
Oh, that is a very strong statement. And that's how the article ends.
Yeah. I wish there was more, actually, but it's kind of, for the most part, straightforward. So basically, yeah, it's when someone is basically sort of threatening you. It was already stated that she was like threatening her child, right?
Yeah.
And then the cops came over because, well, yeah, they kind of have to, but then it went. Did it go over a little too much? That's the thing.
I think it could have tased her.
That's what I was thinking. That's my thought too.
Could have subdued her a little bit. That way, we knew she had dementia, right? I mean, the daughter said it in the 911 or however she reported it. She's got dementia. Like, duh. Okay, I won't use my gun. Maybe I'll use my taser. At least the taser at least drop, restrict the patient, to spot. And then, yes, go to the, hospital, and maybe she needs to be put into a home. But damn, shooting? Really? That's a little extreme.
Or like we talked about last week, and what my cousin always said, maybe we should just end it all for all those people.
I know, but that's not what the family wanted.
We got to get rid of the poor, and we have to get rid of the people with mental illness.
Yeah. And then we had to get rid of second-class second-class people, right?
Yeah, exactly. We got to start doing that.
Okay. Don't want your sex workers. Got it.
America doesn't have sex workers. We got to go to Australia for that.
Oh, boy.
But yeah, it's crazy. That's a strong statement to finish off with. That the the attorney says she was executed. I don't know about that. What was the
But still,
situation?
I don't. I wish we could see the video to see if
Oh, it's up there
the
somewhere.
police
You can
officer.
watch it. You can watch
I
it
did watch. I tried to watch it. It didn't let me cook into it. Anywho,
because it's public.
but
It's
if she
public.
spoke
It's part
Spanish,
of the. It's part of the public domain, right? If I'm remembering right. Plus, there's people who like rip it from the sites and post it on sites where people watch all this crazy murder stuff. But yeah, for the most part, I understand the situation, and I think it like you mentioned, it was a little bit too overboard for what it needed to be, and yeah.
woman spoke Spanish, like she's gonna know. I bet this guy was in white, so
You can see the hand. Dun dun
it's white.
dun.
It looks white to me, so I'm assuming a white guy.
All right, let's continue. Let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. There's not surprisingly he's a political individual. He delves in the political realm, but he recently tweeted something very, very spicy. Where is the original tweet? Did they post it? So where is it? Like Sports Illustrated recently debuted one of their like plus size models, right?
Yeah.
And
she's beautiful. I don't understand that. She's beautiful. Like she's got better body than I do.
and where is it? And he tweeted, where'd he go? Where's his tweet? Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Oh, way better.
Where's that? Okay.
Oh, way better. I gotta go to Twitter. Give me a second.
Okay. You find him. Yeah.
See here. Unless he deleted it, which is gonna suck.
I thought he did. He was getting rid of it.
There's more to the story. He was planning on getting like ending Twitter, like leaving it, but he's been constantly tweeting since even after he put that statement out. Did he delete it? Okay. I'll be actually pretty disappointed. He hasn't. Like,
and he's
really...
a psychologist.
He's a political psychologist.
Okay.
I'm trying to find.
Amount of authority and intolerance is going to change that.
He's changed a lot. I used to follow him in the early days, but he's gone through a huge. Let's see here. There it is. He did not delete it. Here, I'll even send you the tweet.
Send it. Oh, didn't know.
Copy.
Send it.
Like going.
There goes. Yay.
So yeah. So they had the wonderful Yumi New putting on their new cover of her on Sports Illustrated. She does look like a very lovely lady.
She does, doesn't she?
And he tweeted or retweeted and said, "Sorry, not beautiful, and no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that." Did you see the post?
Yeah, I saw it. He just can't handle it. He can't handle big women. That's his problem.
So psychologist and author Jordan Peterson has announced that he plans on leaving Twitter, complaining the endless floods of insults he received on the platform. Peterson, who has more than 2.7 million followers on Twitter, described how he recently stopped accessing social media site for 3 weeks as an experiment. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's one of those things like social media can be a very toxic place. It's not very good, mostly for the youth. It can get in people's heads. We've talked about this multiple times. Mm-hmm. Like I think we debated on whether children should be able to be on social media. Have we debated that? I
think so. I think I agree they're gotta be in there like 18.
Yeah, it's a very, very like very toxic and very hurtful place where it can really change the development of individuals.
Yeah.
And anyways, going away from there, it isn't words. Okay, it isn't clear that the insult the divisive figure known for the controversial opinions is referring to, but the remarks came after he was criticized for his tweeting for plus-size model Yumi Newell's Sports Illustrated cover not beautiful, and no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to challenge. Oh, there was a tweet, but whatever. Let's see here. In a series of tweets, Peterson explained that he will be departing Twitter once again. Let's see here. It's him just quitting Twitter. Endless floods. This is the thing. It's an endless flood of vicious insult. It is really not something that can be experienced anywhere else. So I told my staff to change my password and keep me from temptation. That's a scary thing when Twitter becomes a temptation. It becomes an addiction. Social media can become an addiction.
And a vice. Everything can be a vice. If you think about it, over social media and everything. I mean, I scroll through Facebook occasionally from time to time to catch up on everybody, but then I stop for about 5 minutes of my day and call it good.
Yeah,
I'm looking for memes.
So yeah, it's one of those things where this article and this topic specifically is just one kind of how social media can really like target people, mostly heavy people who have huge followings and things like that, and mostly when they have a really hot take, when they blatantly state their opinion on different aspects of individuals or topics, like this one specifically, like how society is making people view plus size models the norm. Like that's a very hot take. Like
yeah,
and surprisingly, he has a very strong following that agree with him. So that's where it gets very divisive and stuff like that. Because then people agree with that and follow that.
Well, maybe because I'm following on the stream on TikTok, it's the opposite on my end because it's like they cater to that idea.
You see, that's the thing. That's the thing about like certain social media is like you start following certain circles and you just get circle jerked into that. So you start following. That's kind of the other, and that can be the other way around where you start following these ideals where you believe like, yeah, society, like not only plus size model, but how the trans movement is also like society's making it be the norm, or how, let's go a little bit even further back, how just homosexual and lesbianism is becoming the norm, and there's just groups that agree with it. Yeah, it shouldn't be the norm, and you get into these circles that agree with you and just flame those thoughts. And it's even interesting when a very strong figure like Jordan Peterson, who has this strong following and has just this belief, and just people just like, yes, we agree with you, and yeah, it can get very, very divisive.
Yeah, no kidding. I agree. It's crazy, all that negativity. I mean, yeah, I'm crashing a little bit.
more coffee
I know, I've had like 3 or 4 cups already this morning.
Oh my god, that is not helping at all. But
I know.
At least outside of this negativity that came from this, like him posting about this, at least the model herself, she had a huge resurgence. Like for all the negativity some people kind of gave her, what that Twitter does for people, the positivity was way like 5 times what that is. So like where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, right there. Positivity. But yeah. So actually, does she have a Twitter actually, or are they just attacking her on Twitter? Let's find her. Time to follow her on Instagram, because that's where you follow models.
And she's Asian American. Oh, that's cool. So here it is, the Asian American month, and Pacific Islander too. Month, you know that, right?
Oh, there she is. Yeah, she does have a Twitter. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, I see you scrolling.
she meme tweets a lot. Here, I'll share her.
You have to share.
Here. She's a memer. There you go. She is a musician apparently. Stream my music. Stream me.
Wow,
music,
that's cool.
Oh god, that's funny.
She is a beautiful girl. She is a music streamer. That's cool.
Fine. All right. Let's see.
Ho's mad. In response to that, Ho's mad. It's just like, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Let's see. There you go. to what's her name again?
Menu.
Menu. More power to you. Help you get more publicity out of that. Positive publicity. Okay, let's figure out. Okay, what should we talk about? We only have like maybe one or two more articles to talk about before we get to close this up. See, try to because there's a big one, or maybe we should just close up because the big one's gonna be a long one.
Yeah, maybe for another time.
Okay, let's talk about the big one then.
All right, what's that?
It's a let me get you the link to the article because I have just a tweet, but there's the link.
Okay, promoting gambling. Oh.
So, recently, this is on the online site, so some of our audience members might not know. So if I remember right, you know what Twitch is, right?
Yes, I do. Well,
So-
I watch you on occasionally when I have the time to watch you.
So yeah, but for any of our audience members who might not know what Twitch is, here's a little bit of a refresher. Twitch is a site where people live stream. Originally was a live stream service where you watch people play video games, and more recently people have been using it to watch women hot tub stream. And we've
Yeah.
talked about that.
Yes, we have.
So if you've been on the show, you know what Twitch is. But for the most part, it's a place for people to build communities and do like we could stream the podcast on Twitch if we wanted to do this live. But like I
think
said,
that'd be fun. I think that's where our next angle has to go.
just live streaming the episodes, like live stream our recordings. And yeah, that might be the future of this play in the future. But for the most part, that's what it is. It's a platform where people stream and either play games, talk with their audience, or just do fun projects. I've seen people do game shows and stuff like that. There's a lot of things people can do. And there's been positive and negatives. We've talked about Twitch, different things like that. We don't dive into it too much, but recently, one of the, I would say, top 3 streamers, XQC, explains why he's promoting gambling sponsors on Twitch again, despite concerns. So, like I said, he's one of the top 3 largest streamers on the site. He has a very, very wonderful community, so there's no hate on him, but this is a very, very divisive topic that's been talked about on Twitch. I don't think we've talked about it heavily on this show. We've talked about gambling stuff, but not as heavy as this specific topic. So this is not the first time gambling on Twitch has been discussed. There's been other streamers, popular streamers. Now the issue, we'll get into the article a little bit once we get to him specifically. The topic I want to bring up specifically is how they're promoting gambling to basically their audience members, because their audience members can be anything from people like our ages in their mid to early 30s to anything as young as anyone who could turn on a phone and just watch.
Exactly.
So just hearing that without going into any deeper thing, what are your thoughts on that?
I could see how it could be concerning. I mean, somebody who has an addiction and using that platform to play whatever what they're addicted to for gambling reasons. I mean, it might be enticing to other people to join in or do the same thing.
Yeah,
I get it.
So let's get into a little bit of it. So XQC stopped promoting gambling sponsors back in June 2021 after admitting that he was slightly, if not moderately, addicted. So at least he made note that he was starting to become a gambling addict. Really, in how many expression viewers he was exposing. So he knew that he was like, 1, he was becoming a gambling addict, and 2, that he was exposing this behavior to his audience members, because one thing for a sponsor to do is to promote the site or app that people are in. It's like, oh, get your audience to do the same, right? That's kind of the reason for sponsorship. So if we ever wanted to do a sponsorship for it's like what are the common spot, like an Audible sponsorship, we want people to go use the Audible app, right? That would be a sponsor. So when we do our things, we want people to go buy our merch, like we want people to join our servers and listen to things. Yeah, so that's what a sponsorship is. We're trying to promote something for people to go do themselves or purchase themselves. So having a gambling sponsorship is you're getting your audience to gamble, basically. right?
Yeah.
That's basically. So, however, that changed back in May 16, 2022, recently. The Twitch star spent a portion of his latest stream playing slots, much to the dismay of some viewers who called him out for changing his stance weeks after disclosing his gambling addiction again. Not once, but twice.
Damn.
And after being poked and prodded about his decision, he revealed the reason behind it. XQC claimed that he's tired of seeing viewers pick and choose who they call out for doing sponsored gambling streams. Like I said, he's not the only one. There's multitudes of people who do gambling streams. So, but he's just targeted because he's one of the top 3. Who called to here? And he went, okay. Everyone threw us all under the bus when the chips were down, and everyone turned on us, said XQC, presumably referring to the backlash over his sponsored gambling streams on Twitch in the past. Everyone was a bunch of bitches, but when some of other streamers decided to do sponsored gambling streams again, everyone flipped and said, "Oh, dude, if I had that much money, I would do it too. I respect this guy." It's unclear
That's
who
true.
exactly.
That is so true. People are flipped and switches. They just switch. Like, oh, I'm on this side, and now today I'm off on this side, and one end to the other.
Yeah, it can be like our listeners too. They can like, my God, I hate what they're fucking talking about. They don't know what they're saying, and then next day, like, yes, I agree with you. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's good. I flip.
Like that's why we have our bonus episodes where we talk a little bit more heat, like spicier topics. Like you can hate or love what we're saying, but we'll still say our things as our opinions and as comically as we can. But yeah, those are our opinions at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Unless we're joking as fuck.
Yes, which happens a lot.
Yeah, because remember, I really want to make this women are second class citizen shirt. That'd be fucking funny. You that would sell like. I
probably wear it, and the people will be like, "What the fuck?" and be like, "It's a joke. Get over it."
Yeah, listen. You gotta listen.
Gotta listen to the podcast. I'm gonna put it right back in there with the little QR code and be like, "Listen to this."
Exactly. Anyways, moving back. Our tangents here. For that reason, he decided to start doing sponsored gambling streams again. I started molding, seeing people picking this and choose that. And you know what? At the end of the day, I love gambling, so I'm just going to gamble. Before long, XQC decision sparked a discussion about the issue once again. I don't think there's anything else on Twitch that actively encourages destructive behavior other than gambling on streams, said one fan on Reddit. Taking money from shady ass companies to fuel your gambling addiction in the front of your audience of tens of thousands can instantly influence children, is it not, said another. It is important to note that although gambling streams are controversial and widely considered to be unethical, they are still permitted on the platform. However, Twitch has rampant efforts to manage them, so that might change in the future. Is there anything? Yeah, that's about it.
That's gonna be the next article after that too.
Yeah. So because these people want two things. One, they're getting sponsored, so they're getting paid to gamble basically. So one example that I have specifically, there's a streamer known as Aiden Ross, another very popular streamer, and I think he accidentally once stated that he was getting paid $2 million a month to gamble. So
if it's not my money, hell yeah.
And there's been a few other gamble streamers as well that they usually just gamble the money they're getting sponsored, and some people have even mentioned that they put in some of their own money because they lost all their sponsored money.
Wow.
But going back to it, like for the most part, if you're doing a sponsored thing to like this, like okay, that's one thing. Like okay, you're getting sponsored. If we were giving us a gamble sponsorship, let's do it. I would just do it. We need it. Right?
Exactly.
We'll do it. We'll promote whatever site you have. Just give it to us. We'll do
free money, and it's going in my pocket for the fun. Hell yeah! It's not my money being spent.
Like what? I'll do it. We'll gamble. We'll do a couple gamble streams for fun. For you, whoever you are. But the other side now is how they leave the impressions to their viewers. So what are your thoughts now, kind of going through a little bit more of it? There's more to the stories because it's a whole caveat. But just hearing this from this specific streamer.
I get it. He's basically paid to gamble, and then in this day and age, and he likes to do gambling. If he's an addict, that's his his own prerogative. But I don't see any harming because it's not harming his followers; it's harming himself in the long run. If it is a problem, and it's for fun, and he's enjoying it.
Okay, then what are your thoughts of him promoting it then?
Yes, I get it. There should be like some age restrictions, I think. It's just like, like porn. It's you gotta be, over the age of 18 and all that jazz.
But you gotta remember, we're in the day of the internet where all you gotta do is says, yes, I am 18.
I know.
Because someone did an actual quick test. Someone did a quick test for the site that they were using to see what requirements you needed to do to just get onto the site. And you didn't need any verification, no ID. You were just able to, once you were able to get because it's a crypto thing, once you're able to get in there quick and easy, there was no age requirement.
That's true.
I
guess parents need to be responsible. That's the other etiquette too. You got to see what your kid's watching. That's how I always double check on what my kid's doing. So she's chatting and playing games that are not crazy because I've already accepted them, looked over them, and said okay, so can't access any money though.
So yeah, we've seen stories where kids were able to get mommy's credit card and were able to buy like X amount of stuff. We've done stories like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that actually accidentally happened to you or your brother or something, right?
It's both happened to us, both of us.
Oh, you see him? So,
but I was able to refund my money. My brother, I don't know if he ever got it taken care of, and that was his own prerogative. I told him how you do it. Did he do it? I don't know.
No. But yeah, it's one of those things. Once again, it's on the parent, but it's but how do you tell your son or daughter, like, yeah, stop watching that streamer, he's bad? Like, they're just gonna keep watching that individual.
True.
And yeah, because this, like you mentioned, it's one of those things like people watch and follow whoever. Just like the whole Jordan Peterson thing, people watch and listen and follow different individuals, and you can only control so much.
Yeah.
And it just hopes that you're able to do it. Like I said, if we ever get a gambling streamer, we'll do it. We'll do it. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll do it. Fuck yeah. But yeah, it's at the end of the day, you gotta be careful who you're catering to in the audience. For him, it seems like his audience for the most part, they're pretty like hyped a lot of the time. But a lot of them do have a smart head on them. But you just never know who you're influencing, because some people are like, oh, I want to try that, and then you try it. Either slots or even there's other types of like gambling stuffs like loot boxes, things like that. Actually, recently there was a YouTuber who were doing like have you seen mystery boxes that you can get from like different sites where you
like
you buy
Amazon
and you get
there are a couple of them. Blind Brothers. What's the other
that's
one?
also
There's a few of them out there.
Yeah, that's like another form of gambling. You're putting money into this random package. Either it can be worth
it's just like when Ursula had those like dolls. I forget the name of the dolls, but they were like, you unravel the ball and see which character you got. It's just like it's like a pack of Pokemon cards. You never know what you're gonna get in that Pokemon card.
No, Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards are not gambling.
Okay, whatever you say.
But no, yeah, it's been a concept that's always been around, and it's been very highly used on children, and it's just now not more prevalent. It's just being more in the eyes of people in this day and age.
True.
And now it's going a little bit more into the actual like adult gambling, slot machines, like roulette and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because loot boxes are basically a roulette. Basically, you're like saying, "Will I get it or not?" Exactly. If not, you don't get it this time, I'll spend another couple, like $10, $15, $100 on the next box. Like, if you can make money back, if we, because I know there are channels where that's what they do for their boxes. They buy a couple of these boxes and record them doing it, but the views on the video make enough money to offset that cost. But then when sometimes if they're getting sponsors, one, they're making money off the video, they're making money off the sponsors, and then promoting it to the audience. The audience aren't getting anything money back. They're only getting whatever the product is, win or lose, and most of the times it's lose.
Yeah, sure. It's just like those claw machine games, you know. Like you win a claw, but you spend so much money to use the claw to get that toy. So.
Oh no, claw machines are all scams.
I know. Actually, my first ex-boyfriend was so good about picking out the machines. Like he could like smack it and figure it out if that machine's good or if that machine's bad. Like, and then he would, every time he found a good one, he always played and he always got a toy.
Scam. He was a scam artist then.
Yes, but he was good at it.
But yeah, that's kind of the bigger topic I want to talk about. It's just how gambling is now more prevalent and being promoted by different like content creators and more forms than one. Like, yes, and how it affects not like it wouldn't, like I would watch someone just like, oh, run a couple slots, and will I want it myself? Like, no. But I was like, okay, did he do good? Cool, yeah. And then it's more for people who, one, the younger generation who are very susceptible to like, ooh, I like what he's doing. Like when he gets his big wins, oh, that's great. Like, all right, I'm gonna try that. And you yourself get a couple big wins, like, yeah, but then if you're like, oh, I got a couple losses, all right, let's try again and again until you get that big high again. Mm-hmm. And that can affect a younger generation because you always go for that high. Or those who have already that gambling addiction in them and that just want those highs all the time, and you just can bring them back. Like I'll be honest, there's some times where I get into joking aside, we do Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I like buy cards here. Since it's so hard ever since the whole like Yu-Gi-Oh attack incident, I can't buy them individually multiple times in stores. I literally just buy a box of it at home and just buy the box of like.
No wonder we can't find them in the stores. You're one of the problems.
Hey, I can't buy them at the stores, okay? So yeah, I just buy the box, and you know how it's fun to open an entire box of cards and then like and try to get the card I want, but then like, oh, I didn't get the card. Maybe I need buy another box. So I can understand that, and I can understand how it can be susceptible. But like, do I need to buy another box? No. Like I had fun with my one box. I got some cards and like, all right, and things like that. Some people I don't think I have a addicted personality. I go in spurts.
I am too. I'm one of those people, like I want to play something for so long and put some money into it, and then I stop and work on something else or do something else.
Yeah, because I also have a really bad collection like habit as well. For anyone who watches my stream behind me, Liz can see this. Behind me, I have a bunch of like shaker cups that are not used to drink anything. They're just for display.
And his Funko Pops.
Oh yeah. Oh, my Funko Pop figures. Shoo, that's horrible. That was a horrible like 2-year habit. Like I did because they're all in storage right now. They're not anywhere. But I do have I have 2 in display.
I've seen the boxes, people.
Yeah, they're huge. I did the math on how much I spent. I spent like $2,000 on pop figures in 2 years. Like, yeah, like I get in this first. I have like a bunch of clothes, like brand new clothes.
He's never worn them.
I've never worn them. They're still in their original packaging.
I call that. I've been to this house, y'all. It's all good. I've been there.
Like, okay, I'm not sure where we cut off. So
we cut off at the jogger, the jogger sweater.
Yeah, but I don't know when Craig cut off because he usually cuts off whenever, so we're not sure. So we do apologize on if we had a little bit of technical difficulties. We might be doing something else to do like a little bit of a local recording to maybe offset that sometimes, just for like a backup. You never know. Well, we'll look into that. Or and we're also looking to do local recordings too. And then if you're not every time, because we're all busy people, but maybe like once a month or something like that. Well, that's in the talks in the background. But we do apologize. But yeah, going back to what we were saying. I'll send you a link. There's a really nice. There was. It got sold out.
Of course, there was. Keyword was.
But yeah, it would you would have like I want that outfit because it's so you.
So me.
Yeah.
Why am I worried?
But yeah, it's one of those things like I get into those little habits where like, damn, I'm buying too much of it or I have too much of it. Like for one, it's like staying for it. Like I just like having them. Like do those shaker cups make me happy a little bit? But are they helping with my life at all? No, they're just there for me to look at them and like, nice, I have them. Or for my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, do I play Yu-Gi-Oh? Not physically, online, but that's or my clothes. Well, clothes have it, but if they're not being used, they're kind of just there as displays. Like I literally have this really nice, like a Hawaiian shirt that I spent like $150 on.
With Magikarp on it.
Yeah, it's my Magikarp shirt. Okay, don't like I look fly in that shit. It's my Pokemon Go shirt.
I've never actually physically ever seen you wear that shirt.
Exactly. It's because I had no occasion to wear this shirt. I have it. Like it's nice. And you know what? I'll wear it for my I'll wear it for streams. It's my stream shirt. I'll wear it for streams. How about that? Anyone who wants to watch, look at me in my Magikarp's Hawaiian shirt, just catch me on my stream. Just catch it on twitch.tv, Tyrant_Dominus. Go check me out. And if you want to see my Magikarp shirt and my shaker cups, to have some value for my addiction. So,
boy.
But yeah, anything you want to add or mock?
Mock Liz? You? Of course, I've been mocking you our whole friendship.
So much. All right. Anything to close it off? Or any final thoughts?
Good. I think. Nope. I think we are. I mean, yeah. It's, the world is what it is, right? I just gotta watch and manage, and hopefully things will. Quit hoarding the damn formula, y'all.
Or just hoard it yourself. In reasonable amounts.
True.
Yeah, you got. Sometimes you just got to protect your own family, like the people who wield guns.
Gosh.
Okay, so everyone, thank you for listening. Don't forget, like we mentioned earlier in our ads, go check out our merch. Oh, we forgot about the giveaway.
The giveaway. Yes. I think we're doing the my asshole story. No, they're not.
I think it's a little late. It's getting late.
Okay,
but we'll do that. We'll do that for the bonus episode for those people. Just for you guys, we'll do a bonus. Are we the asshole story? Like a whole one episode, just pure assholes. How about that, Liz?
That was the first one.
So, did we just do? Oh yeah, we did. We'll do another one just for you guys, just because you guys want. Only for our bonus listeners. So. We appreciate them. We appreciate our regular listeners, but we appreciate our bonus episode a little bit more. So be those guys. But yeah, a giveaway. We are doing. It's getting to our 5-year anniversary of the Convoluted podcast. Can you believe it? 5 years is coming right around the corner. From the date this gets released, it's roughly about 5 weeks. We're getting to it. So
I can't believe we've been doing this for 5 years, guys.
I know.
I haven't really been consistently on, but
it's been around for a long time. Oh, you've been on and off, but you've been here.
Been through it, supporting it.
So yeah. So for anyone wanting to know, we haven't officially finalized the prizes, but there's going to be 3 winners, one grand prize winners, and 2 second place winners. I think that's what we agreed upon. But we will be doing a giveaway, more notes to be given out. But look forward to that. You'll be hearing more of it. If you want a little bit more information, we'll probably be posting it on Instagram a little bit more. TikTok, not like really the site to do like those kind of posts. But look forward to it on Instagram. So just follow Tyrant Dominus on Instagram. And we'll be posting it on Facebook too. On our we don't really promote our Facebook page that often, but it'll be there too. We should try to maybe post it, and then yeah. But we'll be doing a giveaway with 1 grand prize winners and 2 second place winners. It might change, but we are doing a giveaway for sure.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be talking about it. Well, if you made it this far, we'll be talking a little bit more in the beginning of the next couple weeks episodes for sure, just so we can remind everyone a little bit more, and we'll probably have a little bit more of an idea of what we'll be officially giving away, and things like that. Anything you want to add to that, Liz?
I'm excited to give away our couple prizes. It's special and unique, that's for sure.
All right then, everyone. Thank you for listening. So until next time, see ya.
More